What is good, everybody? Back with another stream on 2K24, and today I'll be going throughout my career on the Warriors this year. Last year I won the championship and I got MVP on Oklahoma City, and now I'm on Warriors now because that is my hometown team and I just wanted to play with them, you know, just so I can have fun or whatever. But anyways, hope everyone enjoys this stream. Hit that follow button on Twitch, hit that subscribe button on YouTube, blow up my channel, and let's get it. Today I'll be streaming some 2K. Better dunk on someone right now. Oh, I will, Mars. You know that, bro. Come on now. Alright, I'm about to go out there right now. But yeah, I'll be streaming 2K and some Warzone all night tonight. For the remainder of the night, I'll be doing nothing but streaming because I've done everything I needed to do today. Like get a car wash, go to the gym, touch grass, all that good stuff. What's up, Mars? My boy. Mars, I'm the MVP champ, bro. Last year I won the championship,
Up next,
bro. And
the Warriors
they said I was
taking
MVP.
on the Clippers.
Look at me, bro.
For Golden State, they've
now.
split their first 4 games, looking to build momentum and climb the standings. Clippers, Warriors on. Happy to have you with us for NBA basketball on 2K Sports. This is Brian Anderson. With me, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. And reporting courtside, it's Allie LaForce.
All right, here we go. Hopefully I'm not as cold as I was earlier.
So the Clippers win the tip. All right, Richard, what's your take on the back-to-backs in the NBA?
I'm facing Paul George right now, so it's kind of hard.
I think you should limit
Kinda
some
nervous.
of them, but back-to-backs are a part of what this game is. It's the battle of your mind over your
this guy's
body.
crazy.
It's been going on since the start of the league. Why are we going to try and make it easier now?
Well, guys, MP's got the matchup with Paul George tonight. And for the season, the first time they've played against one another.
And with
That's
Paul
very-
George, a physical wing who can play near the bucket, we know that PG is a fantastic three-point shooter as well. So he can beat you multiple ways. Defensively, George can shut down your best perimeter scorer. He's a problem on both ends.
And their first look at each other this year, this is a matchup we all really love to watch. So let's see how MP handles it.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. They've got Kuminga. He's out there with Rui Hachimura. And it's Jackson Davis in at center.
Yeah, offensively, Capella's game is grabbing offensive boards. You have to put a body on him.
Pass to the kid. Three-pointer.
I
And
missed.
that's good.
Oh, I
His
hit.
first bucket of the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
You know, when you look back on Stephen Curry's career, it's still amazing that he fell to the
Warriors, hell
7th
yeah,
pick of the
brother.
draft.
You think a few teams
Have you ever
are
been
ranked
to a
out in the
Warrior
NBA?
game?
Look, as
I
great
have,
as a
like,
shooter as he is,
handful of
teams
times.
were scared off by his build because he didn't have that typical NBA strong body. Love the response by Brown, marching right back down and dropping in his own three.
The kid passes to Curry.
Easy three.
And a miss there.
Come on,
the
Curry,
triple.
that's easy
Yeah, and the
for you.
defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
he's too
That's
good.
right. PG shows these fools what's up.
And that replay courtesy of the AT&T 5G
It's all good, man. I'm
Slam
MVP
Cam.
champ right here,
Golden
so
State has
they
gone
got
1 of 2
nothing on
from
it.
three-point land so far. Kuminga, the pass to the kid. On target from range. The kid's got 6 points.
You give a shooter
Why
of
I'm
his
MVP,
caliber
man,
that
I don't
much
miss.
time to seam it up. Oh yeah, you're done.
Come on, no.
Pass to Capella. Here's George. And yep, it's good.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
The Warriors have gone 3 of 4. Off to a nice start. Curry against Porter. To the paint. Kuminga's shot is off.
That's going up against a defense that knows your tendencies.
From about 16, Porter's shot is off. The Warriors trailing. Outside Kuminga. Pass to the kid. 4-3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Three-pointer.
I don't miss Mars.
First quarter of
Come
play,
on,
and
you
we're
know
about
this.
3 minutes in. George outside. Williams in the post. Kuminga's on him. Williams misses. And so Kuminga will bring it up for the Golden State Warriors. When it comes to Golden State over the last 10 to 15 years, what stands out to you the most, RJ?
Oh, if I
Just
hit
the
that,
fact
bro,
that
I
you
would
can
have went
never
crazy.
count out the Warriors.
I'd been
Every
like,
time they go
Kobe.
through adversity, they seem to come out of it even stronger.
Porter, the pass to Brown. Just 5 to shoot. George for 3. Up again. Hachimura with a rebound. The Warriors have gone 4 of 7, shooting a solid percentage. Here's Jackson Davis, and the layup is good off the glass.
Making a statement here early, going right to the rack. I love it.
Yeah, it's nice to see him be assertive instead
about
of
to get the
settling for a
Warriors
jump
to the
shot,
championship.
especially in the first
I
quarter.
swear.
Timeout called. The
I
Clippers.
did last year on Oklahoma City, so I should have no problem with this one. Let's get it.
And we check out the power rankings with plenty of time left in the season. So much could be different by the end of the year. Taking a look at the Lakers, they're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
I think for the Warriors, they're a team that still feels like they can get better. The season is young, so they are still hope.
Getting ready for the Clippers. Hartenstein, he's checked in.
Brother
for
needs
Clint
to win
Capella.
to get a good
Williams comes in
to
for
get a good
Washington.
seed. Oh, yeah,
Brown,
yeah.
he's checked in for
Know
Paul
it.
George, and it's Porter Jr. in for Shamet. Starting the second quarter, about a minute gone. Jaylen Brown is out there with Patrick Williams. Then there's Isaiah Hartenstein. Then there's Kevin Porter. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Here's Petrovic. In his last outing, he had 11 points. Just 5 on the clock. Green with the defensive effort.
The defense really made this an uphill battle.
This is
He just
my
couldn't get
career,
there.
so you
The kid passes to Green.
you create a character and then
Now
you
here's
pick a
Hachimura.
position and then you see. I'm
Fires the
only number 9.
Can't get it to go.
That's me,
Missed his
like
first
my
one.
own character, and I can only play as him. And you level up.
Porter looks it over.
You get fans. You get, it's like a real like NBA career. It's pretty dope. I only play my career. That's it, and I'm
Pass
not
to
playing
Brown.
against anyone else.
Launches a
It's all just
3.
computers.
And Brown knocking down the triple.
Once a weakness
But I'm
in
playing on
Brown's
Pro
arsenal,
right now, so it's not like
he's a
I'm playing like
legitimate threat
easy or
to
anything,
burn
you know?
you from deep.
Thanks. Well, the kid in their last game against the Hornets was outstanding. He picked up 38
Swish.
points, and he did his work from both the floor and the free throw line. Numbers like that make you do a double take. Let's see if he can turn heads once more in tonight's action. Guys?
Okay, Allie, thanks. Well, that was an incredible night for him. They rode him to that win.
And he was more than happy to carry them, B.A. He might still be feeding off that performance heading into this one.
And it's very likely that he and his guys can carry
go.
that momentum into this one.
Yeah, this is
And
like I
Embiid
said, my
coming
career.
out
It's
strong,
hella
setting the
dope.
tone for this matchup.
You create a person and then you like play seasons and
we're
then
just
you,
over 2.5
you go to the
minutes into the second.
championship. Like last year, I went to the
And here comes the
championship and I
break.
won and I got MVP.
Here's Green. Here's Looney. And that one
And
goes
one.
in as he's fouled. It'll be 3 points if he converts the free throw.
First team.
All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a
As
ton
of right now, I'm
confidence
the
in their
official
outside shooting ability.
MVP of last year.
Another
Last
thing
year,
they're doing
bro,
well early on is moving
I didn't
the
even
ball,
lose the game.
playing
Not like I didn't lose the
selfless
game,
basketball,
but
and getting everybody involved.
I
on the
literally was
offensive
like,
end.
it was an
Clint
insane
Capella,
record.
He's checked in for
An
Los
insane
Angeles.
record. I've
Paul
never even
George
had that
comes in
before
for
in my
Jaylen
life.
Brown.
I literally won like every game.
You know, Grant, what's interesting about the Clippers, they play solid defense, even though they're not overly
And then
disruptive.
got
Well,
the
B, think
championship
about
and
this.
got
So many
MVP. I got a
veterans,
ring.
They know how to position
got a ring.
themselves.
Did anyone else
They
got
know
a
where
ring?
the help is coming from too, and of course, they know when to pick their spots.
The 3, George. That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got his 3rd assist of the night. The kid passes to Kuminga. Pass to Jackson Davis. Hachimura with the ball. There's the kid. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own.
I'll never miss. If I miss, Mars can slap
me. They are in front right now because of him. He keeps draining these shots at a ridiculous clip.
Now George. Lets it fly.
Hey, yo.
And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
They trying to nerf me.
Over his career, Paul George has racked up more than his fair share of accolades, Grant.
Well, he's a fixture at All-Star Weekend, that's for sure. Now, he's made the All-Defensive team more than a few times. He's had an outstanding career.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line.
Thank God they have Podziemski in, bro.
Here's the kid.
Another one.
Another 3 for Golden State.
I just
Another
love
one.
the ball.
That's almost 20 points.
And so Porter will bring it up for Los Angeles. Trailing by 10. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Hornets at Spectrum Center in Charlotte. They're kicking off a 4-game road trip. Pass to Petrovic. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. And a chance now to look at the schedule for the Golden State Warriors. On Monday, they'll be playing against James Harden and the Toronto Raptors. And on Wednesday, they'll be playing against Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
And the Clippers making a change here. Brown's checked in. A nice shot by the kid.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Now here's George, guarded closely. And the Clippers miss again. Here's Golden State. They're on an 18-5 run. About 7 seconds separating the shot.
Watch me hit that.
The kid's shot is off. Los Angeles
had to try. I just had to try.
From 3, a nice percentage. Brown
Gotta
against
pull a Curry
Hachimura.
real quick, you know.
Now here's Brown. He's guarded closely. Capella, screen on Hachimura. Brown passes to Capella. And a slam dunk by Capella.
Nice.
Proving he's more than just a go-to scorer. Brown also loves swinging the ball to open teams.
Not bad for the first
So it's the
half,
Golden State
right?
Warriors
21 points.
Closing out the quarter ahead by
Not
11
bad
points.
if you ask me.
They've been very effective from the three-point line. That's the key for them so far. We'll be right back.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Golden State Warriors.
You know, they're spreading the defense out with a lot of movement. That takes patience and that takes teamwork, which is the result of strong leadership. Mwah.
I've only seen you chefs kiss food. Well, some of these guys must be doing something right.
And shifting our focus now, a breakdown of the injuries around the league.
New Orleans dealing with some injury issues. Not having Zion is tough, but certainly affects the back.
That's it for us. Thanks for tuning in. Now let's send you over to Brian Anderson with the third period.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And Grant, these days, more and more teams emphasize the importance of switch defense.
It's so true in the modern NBA, BA. Every team has to be able to switch to take away a lot of the action of the offensive team. So having defenders who can guard multiple players on the court is a must.
Kicking off the second half, here's Steve Kerr's 5. They've got Rui Hachimura, also Kuminga out there. And it's Jackson Davis in at the 5.
Oh, no.
And for the Clippers, they're shooting around 44%. Not bad.
Hey, yo, what the hell
Capella
was that?
screen on Curry. Porter, the pass to Capella.
Glitching.
That one drops, and it comes off an assist from Porter. Porter's got his 4th assist with that last one. Pass to Jackson Davis. Here's the kid. This one for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Off to a bit of a slow start in the second half. 0 for 3 so far.
Brown, no good. Golden State has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the 3rd. Kuminga, the pass to the kid. And it's the Clippers with the rebound.
I'd like to see him a bit more efficient. He has not been great this quarter.
Kicks it to George. Buries it from 3. George has got 14 points.
And the defense has to be more aware of Paul George. You got to know how fast his trigger is.
Here's the group of players who had the most steals in the league last season. 5th best, Paul George.
Last year, he was really opportunistic defensively, creating havoc.
And we're just about a minute and a half into the 3rd quarter of basketball. Curry against Porter. Pass to Hachimura. Outside Curry. Fires from deep. That shot is off.
Things have been a little bumpy coming into the second half. 5 straight misses.
Outside for Porter. George outside. Screen by Capella. And the Clippers again with a bucket.
And at the offensive end, George persistent and consistent.
Outside Kuminga. Pass to the kid. Let's go with a 3. Porter pulls it in.
Well, after the show he put on in the first half, you thought it would continue, but he's cooled off a little bit here now.
Offensive rebound. George finds Porter. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Beyond the arc. Here's Capella. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. And now it's just a 2-point Warrior lead. Curry passes to the kid. Inside. And again, another
Foul?
missed shot.
Really?
You gotta love how they've been crashing the boards, fighting hard for every miss.
Brown can't hit. And for the Warriors, they're shooting the ball at around 42% for the game. Hachimura, the pass to the kid. Outside Kuminga. Pass to Hachimura. Down low. And blocked with his palm. What a defensive play.
Are you
Okay,
serious?
so if I were to say this was a disaster of a period for him, it would be
Bro,
an
just bench me.
understatement.
I'm hella
But
tired.
hey,
Oh, wait, no, I got
sometimes
goated
you
on.
gotta
I got
shoot
ghost
your way
going
out
on.
of the slump, even for him.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Jaylen Brown has shown steady development over his career. He said, quote, every year presents different challenges.
They tied
I think
it
that's
up.
the fun part about basketball.
okay.
But it's not the same.
Not gonna come
You got to
back.
be flexible, you got to be durable, and you have to be able to grow with the game. Brian?
Allie, he keeps getting better and better. Thanks for that. Good stuff. And the Warriors making a switch here. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. Here's the kid. Gets the 3 to fall. The kid's got 24.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that.
And again for 3.
And he's hit thousands of threes in the league. Oh, my.
Inching closer to 5th place on the career triples list. Pass to the kid. It's good. Only a few seconds into the shot clock. 26 points for him.
Guys, just ridiculous. He is just an absolute surgeon when he has the ball. This man is surgical. There is no way to slow him down when he wants to score.
Williams from long range. It's rebounded by Golden State. Hachimura's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's the kid. 26 points for him. Offline with a 3. There's 38 seconds left in the 3rd. And the bucket is good. Porter's gotten his first basket of the night.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
Pass to the kid. Here's Podziemski. Looney, the screen. Here's the kid. buries it from 3. And the Warriors lead by 3.
Putting on a shooting clinic from deep. He had that huge first half, and he's still rolling.
Here's George. The Warriors pull it in. Looney's got 4 rebounds now. The kid passes to Kuminga. Misses from
Bro,
close
you
range.
gotta hit those.
You expect him to make it.
Gotta hit those.
That concludes the third quarter. It continues to be an exciting neck-and-neck game. The Warriors on top, leading by 3. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us.
Let's keep it up.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
For Los Angeles, they've got 2 of 8 shots to drop in the final quarter. Patrick Williams out there with Jaylen Brown. Then there's Kevin Porter. Then it's Clint Capella. And it's Banton in at the 2-guard spot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Here's the kid. And it's good from the elbow. The kid's got 10 points in just the second half.
Deep into the game, you rely on players like him to keep delivering.
Williams passes to Banton. Off target from 3-point range. The Warriors leading. Pass to the kid. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Can't cash it in from close range. Now Capella. Outside, Brown. Here's Brown on the drive. Capella, the pass to Banton. Kick out to Brown. Capella, screen on Hachimura. Here's Brown. They shoot again! So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
They're one of the best rim runners in the game. Capella is underappreciated at times because he doesn't fit the mold of the modern big. But he rebounds, defends, and takes shots he knows he can make.
George, he's checked in for Banton.
Those are big free throws. Now they need some defensive stops.
Hachimura outside. Capella against Curry. The 3 is up. Another 3 for Golden
Let's go.
State.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
Kicks it to George. Takes the 3. The offensive rebound. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Yeah, I love the energy on the offensive glass. Porter Jr., just fantastic watching him make plays like this.
Here's the kid. And that one drops for him. The kid's got 12 points here in the second half.
Nice ball movement there. That's how you break down the defense.
Brown against Hachimura. Now Brown. Uses the glass that time. It's good.
In the clutch, Brown is someone you rely on, and he knows how to find his team points in a hurry.
Hachimura outside. Here's the kid. And almost gets it to go. So he'll shoot 2 here.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's an 8-point ball game. Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. They're behind by 8. And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter here. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Hi, guys. The head coach for the Clippers had some instruction for his guys during the break. He encouraged his guys to not hold back, saying, we can do this, but it's on us. We've got to go out there and be aggressive. So that's the plan coming out of the huddle. Back to you.
Thanks for that, Allie. And here's Brown for 3. George outside. The 3-ball. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Here's the kid. From the top of the key, he buries it. The kid's got 37.
And guys, that's got to be the dagger. This is how you finish a game.
And it felt like they just flipped the switch to go on that run and seal the game, saving their best basketball for the end. Always smart.
5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. To the middle. Shoots. And there's another one for the Warriors.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Yeah, just a drop in the bucket for PG-13. He will roast you from the corners if you let him.
To the right side. Can he keep it going? Again, the Warriors score.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
And so
Let's
Golden
go.
State takes this
Good
one
game.
by a big margin.
41 points.
Boy, a nice win on the road. By the time this one was winding down, this building was stone cold silent.
And that's
No one.
exactly what you got to do. You have to try to take the crowd out of it.
And that'll do it, folks. This is Brian Anderson, along with our 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. So long, everyone.
Not a bad game, everybody. Going crazy, actually. Toronto next. Let's go.
Looking good, MP.
Welcome and good evening. We welcome you to our Monday night broadcast of the NBA here on 2K Sports. Along with Steve Smith and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. And our friend on the sideline, Hall of Famer David Aldridge, we'll be hearing from shortly. And now the Golden State Warriors starters. Get out there with Curry. Then it's Kuminga. Then it's Rui Hachimura. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center position. And for Toronto, they've got Josh Giddey. Ryan is out there with Durant. Then it's Harden. And Greg, taking a look at this one here tonight, the clash at the guard positions really stands out.
No question about it. Both teams rely heavily on their backcourts to get it done. And I'm interested to see which backcourt brings it.
All right, here we go. Toronto getting smoked. Come on, Kobe.
It'll be the Raptors off the tip.
My cat just walked in
Giddey
right
with
now.
it. Tries from 10, and he hits the jump shot.
This is why you're trying to get him as many touches as possible. He's got the neck.
Inside. Here's the kid. The shot missing. Nice defense from Giddey. And so it's Giddey with it. He brings it up for Toronto. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago.
Man, that game goes down to the wire. Both teams exhausted, but only one has something left for the encore.
This is what we love about the NBA. Epic matchups almost every night. What other sport has that?
And the basket by Curry.
Steph Curry's jump shot is automatic. Let him shoot it.
Harden against Curry. Harden the pass to Giddey. 18 feet out. Bucket is good. Giddey's got his second bucket of the game to go.
And he's not going to miss many of those, especially that wide open.
And early on, if you're him, you just want to see the ball go through the net and get into some kind of rhythm.
Outstanding entry pass there. He knew exactly where to go with the ball.
Curry against Harden. Just over a minute and a half played here in this one. Passes it to Giddey. Harden scanning the floor. 6 on the shot clock. It's hauled in by Jackson Davis. Warriors have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's the kid. Giddey defending. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Jacks up a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
And the 3 ball is good. The kid's got 5.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Now here's Durant. Shoots over Kuminga. And the Raptors miss again. And so it's Hachimura who brings up the ball for the Golden State Warriors. 4-point game. Golden State moving it around. And here is Kuminga. Shoots from the elbow. It's rebounded by Giddey. Down low. And a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
You see the athleticism on dunks like these from Murphy. A 2-guard with some bounce in his step.
Curry against Harden. Releases. Off the left rim and out.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
And one outstanding things the Raptors do, Greg, they really protect the ball.
Yeah, even when they're not playing their best, they don't give away games with mistakes. They force you to find other ways to beat them.
Now here's Bryant. Fires for 3. Harden, no good.
And there hasn't been anything easy for him in this period.
And you've seen they've made numerous attempts to try to get him going. Shows how valuable he is to this offense. And all quarter long, it's been the same story. Inconsistent with this offense.
So they take the lead. Giddey's got his third bucket of the night.
The IQ for the game sets KD apart.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. Both teams will make substitutions. A fantastic string of games for him. Your Western Conference Player of the Week, the kid.
He's been absolutely electric for his team. The way he's been able to...
For Toronto, Austin comes in for Josh Giddey. The Raptors have made 4 free throws from the line and missed 2.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
They've got Dick. Bruce Brown is out there with Austin.
God damn it, dude.
Durant. And it's Koloko in at the 5. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, the kid in his last game against the Clippers delivered quite a performance. He scored 41 points, and all game long he seemed like he couldn't miss from outside the arc, converting many times from distance. He really worked hard in that game and put up some big numbers as a result. Guys, back to you.
Thanks, David. Greg, it was obvious. He was having a lot of fun out there. Tremendous victory.
I'll tell you, he may have been enjoying himself, but whoever was matched up against him certainly wasn't.
What I like is they just kept calling his number. Sometimes we see coaches go away from what's working, and we wonder why.
Thomas Bryant, he's checked in for the Raptors. James Harden comes in for Austin. Here's the kid. He's covered by Brown. Off target at the rim. Raptors leading by 8. Harden outside. Outside Durant over Green. And there's KD. That's good on the assist by Harden.
And after that ragged first quarter, they're getting some momentum, some confidence. Nice flow.
Hachimura setting the pick for Curry. And again, no good by Golden State.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Harden kicks to Durant. Shoots from 8. And finish off by Bryant.
Super work on the boards. Boy, they really want to put their foot down on him now.
Yeah, and once you've got him on the ropes, Greg, just keep swinging away.
Dude, why am I shooting so bad?
They had to stop there but couldn't secure the rebound. They're still looking for answers.
1:52 left now here in the second. And here's Brown outside. Good, and the assist goes to Bryant. Brown's got 9.
Shutout in the first quarter. He's heating up now. I like the aggressiveness.
Pass to the kid. They need this one. The three-pointer is right on target.
Where was the defense there? You can't leave one of Curry's teammates uncovered.
So timeout called here, the first for the Raptors. And the Raptors with some changes. Trey Murphy's checked in for Durant, and Josh Giddey's subbed in for Dick. And the Warriors making a change here. And almost 4 minutes gone here in the second quarter of play. Giddey played in with a nice touch off the glass. 9 points in the game so far.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Pass to Podziemski. To the left wing. Some nice passing by Golden State. Here's the kid. A three-pointer, no good.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Now Giddey. 9 points in the game so far. Drills it from outside. And the Raptors lead by 17.
Well, now that they've settled into this game, you can see the offense is firing on all cylinders.
Yeah, the reason why they made the adjustments they needed to make. They are executing.
And he sinks it from deep. Three-pointer good from the kid. The kid's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Warriors. Now here's Giddey. Not a lot of room. Here's the floater. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair. And frankly, that's probably a good idea.
He gets it in there. And that's 13 points for the kid. Now here's Giddey, and the kid picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
His first personal foul. 4 games out. Warriors substitution. Number 30.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first half. And we finished one half of basketball.
First half was terrible, but I'm coming back.
By 14. We'll be back shortly, live from Toronto.
And hello, everybody. What an amazing first half performance it's been for the Toronto Raptors.
I like the way they've attacked the boards. I guess when you control the glass, it really helps you control the flow of the game.
And those extra possessions can add up quickly in the scoring column. Okay, and now moving on to what's been a fantastic head-to-head matchup at the 2-guard spot.
The back and forth between these two have been fantastic. They're both leaders. You can see how much pride's on the line. They're bringing out the best in each other.
Kind of like how you bring out the best in me and Kenny. And that about wraps it up. And as the third quarter is about to begin, we go to Kevin Harlan for the call.
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. You got to like what the kid has done in this game.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
What can you say? Shooting is a premium in this league, and you can see why.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Rui Hachimura out there with Kuminga. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's the kid. And it's Jackson Davis in at the center, locking down the middle. Smitty, who were some of your favorite teammates during your 14 years in the league?
Kevin, there's so many. Glenn Rice, Dikembe Mutombo, Ronnie Cycli, Kevin Willis, Stacey Allman, Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, and the list goes on.
The 3 drops in the tray. 16 points for the kid.
Defensively, you have to tighten up on him or suffer the consequences.
The pass to Bryant. Back to Durant. Lays it up off the glass. KD's got 6.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range. And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And it's Giddey in the corner. No good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Curry looking around. Here's the kid. That 3 off the mark.
Shaky start to the half. Going 1 for 4. Still trying to find that groove.
And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thank you all, guys. Kevin Durant is dedicated to his craft, of course, but he relishes his connections off the court as well. He says there's so much you can learn from being an NBA player. Life lessons in basketball, business around the league. Every stop around the way is an experience for me to accelerate and be better in the next part of my life. Kevin?
Well, that's great perspective, isn't it? David, thank you so much. Passes to Kuminga. Here's the kid looking to end his cold spell. Good, he hits the jump shot. The kid's got 5 points now in the quarter. Raptors leading by 16. Here's Harden. Outside, KD. Back to Harden. KD a screen on Curry. Just 5 to shoot. Harden gets the bucket. Harden's got his second basket of the night.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Had that one in his sights, too. His 5th triple of the game, second this half.
To the inside. Here's Giddey. The basket good off the assist from Durant. Durant's got 4 assists now tonight.
I love that they're continuing to attack despite being up big.
I'm impressed with their intensity tonight. They've came in focused, and they've executed.
And he's clearly led the way offensively. The question is, can they ride him and get back into it?
KD on the wing. Defended by Kuminga. Shot left block. The shot by KD. No good. Warriors trail by 15. To the paint. Durant with the steal.
Durant, long ass, bro.
On the wing, Giddey. From the arc.
Nope.
The Warriors pull it in. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds in this game. To the wing on the left. Here's the kid. And another 3 for Golden State.
And you can tell he's looking for his shot. He just believes in it.
You know why? Success breeds confidence, and he's certainly been successful from there, time and time again.
Toronto calls timeout.
Taking a look here at the numbers for Kuminga. Last year, getting it done. He averaged about 19.
He's checked in for the Raptors. James Harden comes in for Josh Giddey. And the Warriors making a change here. Just over a minute played here in the 4th. Brown, good. It's Harden with the assist that time. Harden's got 3 assists now in this one.
Continuing to stoke the fire, his shot making has been absolutely superb.
Durant is out there with Dick. Then there's Brown. Then it's Harden. And it's Koloko in at the 5 spot. So that's the 5 in the game for Toronto. Dick with it. Podziemski grabs the board. Podziemski's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Golden State moving it around. Here's the kid. No good from outside. And KD's got the ball here for the Raptors. They led by as many as 18 points. The quick look, no good that time.
Very surprising. He gets the ball where he wants it in a decent matchup.
And again, no good by Golden State.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Harden outside, shoots the 3. Rebound by the kid.
So frustrating when you can't get anything to go down as you're trying to help your team finish the job.
And again, it's the Warriors missing. Toronto leading by 11. For those just joining us, 4th quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. There's the triple from Durant.
Kevin Durant is having his way out there tonight.
Timeout called the Warriors. Warriors trail by 14. Here's the kid. Off target from 3-point range. Toronto's gone 2 of 3 in the 4th quarter from long range. Good shooting so far. KD looking around. No good on the 3.
Uncontested look. Can't fault the shot selection. He's money from there.
The kid gets the bucket.
And the instincts there from Hachimura. Notice the overcommitment by the defense and then makes the right pass.
Giddey, no one around him. Misses the 3. The Warriors shooting struggle is apparent. 37% from the field. The kid can't hit.
Well, another 10-cut moment here because he continues to miss shot after shot from 3-point range. This is not a 4th quarter he's going to want to remember. We're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
And you think about the All-Star game last year, Greg, some concern about the lack of competition. It worries me. Does it worry you?
Kevin, it's not ideal. I think it's worth asking what could give the players more incentive to win, whether that's money or something else we can think of.
We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Outside, KD. Harden sets the pick for Durant. Offline with his three.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Crafty move. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
That's his second personal.
And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Raptors.
It's just a passing clinic from them in this game. Solid communication and unselfish play all around.
And you also have to applaud how they've attacked the interior in this game. A lot of points happening for them in the paint tonight.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Raptors.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for KD.
You have to love the way that he was closing out on defensive trips. He would always body up, and it's why he ended with so many boards.
Here's Curry. From out on the wing, he knocks it down.
That is just picture-perfect form from Stephen Curry.
20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Well, for the Raptors, they can just run out the clock. And here is Giddey. And so Toronto takes this one, but by a big margin. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and play with just a little more confidence than their opponent.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and Steve Smith, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.
Well, stream, that was an L. Whatever. You win some, you lose some. I didn't do bad, so. Hey, Dad. How are you? Alrighty, on to the next game. Here we go.
He about to tear the roof off.
There's the man of the hour. Go get him, Imp.
Up next, the 76ers taking on the Warriors. For the 76ers, nothing has gone according to plan. At 1-7, they're still trying to find their way. Warriors, Sixers is next, right after this. everybody. We're coming to you live on 2K Sports, bringing you the NBA. Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Anderson, alongside Grant Hill and Clark Kellogg. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. The starters for the Golden State Warriors. Kuminga is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Stephen Curry, and it's the kid in at the two-guard position. And for the 76ers, we've got Maxey. He's out there with Davis. OG Anunoby out there with Wiseman. Grant, during your 18-year career, you only went to a new team 3 times. Not a lot of movement there for you, my friend. What was switching teams like?
Well, BA, at this point of the season, it's too early. I mean, you're still trying to get comfortable, trying to learn a new system, your new environment, and really just find your place within the organization.
And it's the Warriors to start out. And here's Curry. Had a tough time getting anything going against the Raptors. From the arc. It's hauled in by the Sixers. This game coming after a loss versus the Bulls.
Defensively, they weren't up to the task. Didn't play as a cohesive unit, and it really hurt them.
And, you know, that's all about effort, and I'm sure their coach let them have it for the lack thereof.
Now here's Anunoby. Here's Wiseman. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Defensive foul. Jonathan Kuminga.
And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. It's a three-point game. This game coming after a loss versus the Raptors.
And their body language was unimpressive. They looked defeated much of the night, and because of it, they took the L.
Yeah, they looked distracted, far off, distant. I mean, it seemed like their heart wasn't in it to try to win that game. That's serving it up on the platter there. What a nice pass. A high percentage look was the result.
Outside Davis. Maxey surveys. Clock at 6. That shot off. Excellent D there from Kuminga. The Warriors have gone 1 for 3 so far. Stolen by Davis. And now the Sixers on the break. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Here's Kuminga. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's a producer. It's part of their plan to get him as many touches as possible.
If you look back on Sixers history, the list of legendary big men is a long one.
Exactly, B.A. And let me tell you this. Embiid's name is right there near the top of that list. You know, you think about the likes of Chamberlain, Moses Malone, those guys certainly on the list. Embiid joining them, that says a lot.
Now here's Maxey, coming off a 22-point game against Chicago.
And more impressive to me than his scoring was his playmaking. Really an all-around offensive clinic.
Here's the kid. Pulls up on the wing, and it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Wiseman's got 4 rebounds now.
Boy, just cannot buy a bucket, guys. I'll tell you what, that's a painful quarter for him, and it's painful for me to watch, too.
Maxey got a hand on it. And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Here's the kid. Off the mark there with a 3.
You gotta credit the defense this period. They've been all over him.
Stripped it away. In transition, here come the Warriors. The 3 from Curry. Nails it from beyond the arc.
It looks easy, effortless. Curry, natural from long range.
Maxey against Curry. Oh, a great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and a nasty jam.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Here's the kid. 32 points for him last game against the Raptors in Toronto.
This has not been his best quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots.
How about the bounce.
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
There's the triple. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, hopefully that settles him down after starting the game 0 for 6.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for Philadelphia. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Last season, they got swept in a 2-game season series against this opponent. I'm sure they're looking for payback tonight.
And here are the Sixers now. And about a minute gone in the second quarter. Pass to Okeke. Back to Davis. Oh, the go-ahead bucket, no good. Golden State has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. We've got Davis. He's out there with Dennis Schroeder. And it's Okeke in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. Wiggins passes to the kid. Now here's Looney. 6 to shoot. Here's the kid. And the Warriors with another 3.
Well, I think they're getting caught in that in-between zone, no man's land, giving up 3 straight from beyond the arc right now.
Curry against Schroeder. Here's Nora. That one falls, coming off Schroeder's feed.
And, you know, we all know Schroeder can score now, but they're a nice assist to his wide-open teammate.
Thanks. Well, the kid in their last game against the Raptors got the job done. He tallied 32 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. When we talk about a volume scorer, this is what we're referring to. He was relentless and prolific. Guys?
Great work. Thanks for that. And there's always the chance of a carryover effect into tonight's game.
I wouldn't put it past him, but it's tough to have back-to-back performances like that.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
Golden State has gotten 6 of 11 threes to go in this game. And again, it's Golden State.
The value of good ball movement isn't lost on this squad.
Schroeder finds Davis. Back to Schroeder. Davis with a screen on Curry. Schroeder passes to Davis. And down it goes. 2 points. Davis has got his first basket. The Warriors leading. Pass to the kid. Excellent D there from Davis.
Just imagine if he was shooting better. The lead would be even bigger.
Outside Schroeder. Here's Okeke. Hachimura covering from the line. Here's the second effort. Davis can't hit.
Boy, that's a look. He has to finish, and he knows it. Lone opportunity.
Plenty of daylight on that shot. The Kids got 8 points here in the quarter.
They're unafraid to let it rip from downtown, extending their lead.
And Philadelphia calls time here. And for an idea of how the league is shaping up right now, take a look at these latest power rankings. Taking a look at the Pelicans, they're building some momentum right now and aiming for a spot in the top 5.
I think for the Warriors, they are showing some progress. Little by little, they're becoming a better team. Now, they just have to maintain this positive momentum.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Wiseman finds Maxey. Pass to Anunoby. There's the 3. The Warriors pull it in.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Now Kuminga. Here's Podziemski. Another 3 for Golden State.
Backing up that last 3 with another 3. The defense has to stop giving them so many clean looks.
Here's Davis. He had a 21-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
With 3 steals in the night, he helped them in a big way.
You know, that's not how you screen for your guys, but ultimately, they still found a way to come away with the hoop.
Here's the kid. Check by Davis. Out to the wing. Pass to the kid. From deep. No good that time. And so it's Maxey who brings up the ball for Philadelphia. And after this game wraps up, they're off to New York to take on the Knicks. It's a quick turnaround on the road. Just one game.
With the speed at which Maxey plays, that pull-up is almost impossible to deal with.
Here's the kid from downtown. Sends it home from three-point land. The kid's got 11 here in the quarter alone.
It's turned into a showdown here. Dueling from distance.
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end
Finally
the first
coming
half.
back.
The Warriors on top.
I should be able to
They're
win
up by
this.
3. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action.
38.
Greetings, everybody.
Well, I think for the Warriors, they're right where I expected them to be. The effort is there, but their play is inconsistent. Feels like they're still constructing this roster. We'll see what they look like by.
And now, guys, let's talk about these Warriors and this close game they find themselves in.
Well, you see they're zipping the ball around, never letting.
Glad you could join us. Ryan Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. And Clark, it's safe to say that there's more talent in the NBA today than ever before.
I don't think there's any question about that, B.A. There are more outstanding players across the country and around the world than at any time, I think, in the history of the game. In part because of the information age we live in, players from around the world can see examples of excellence from whatever part of the world they happen to be from. And that is huge in inspiring young players to dream and realize their dreams of being NBA players if they have the ability and the work ethic to do so.
On the floor for the Warriors, they've got Andrew Wiggins, also Kuminga out there, and it's the kid in at the shooting guard position. Oh, it's stolen. To the inside. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to go on Tyrese Maxey.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
He's perfect from the line this time. The Sixers trailing. About a minute played here in the second half. And there's a pick. Three-pointer. They get the rebound. Tries again. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Everyone in the building saw the obvious contact.
Yeah, the officials didn't need to talk that one over. It was obvious.
And he knocks down the first one. So after making the first, he goes 1 for 2. The Warriors shooting efficiently, 50% so far. Outside Curry. Here's the kid. Check by Davis. He gets it in there. The kid's got 18 points in the game.
And he's coming off a huge performance, and his confidence couldn't be any higher. And his coach knows that, too.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
Here's Wiseman. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Here's the kid. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And now it's a 10-point Warrior lead. The 76ers have gone 0 for 3 to start the second half. Maxey against Curry. Maxey passes to Wiseman. James Wiseman, a monster down low.
That's how you run the pick and roll. Maxey capping it off with the perfect pass.
Curry looking it over. Pass to the kid. Drives to the hoop. Ooh, rejected by Wiseman. Here's Maxey. And that one is hammered home.
Check out Maxey with the throwdown. Boy, he can get off the ground quick.
The Warriors have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Puts up a 3. Schroeder, he's checked in for Anunoby.
Personal foul. First team foul.
And so Davis will bring it up for Philadelphia. They set a pick. And Maxey, here we go. Hey, shooting the ball well. He's 5 for 9 in the game.
Tyrese Maxey, a really talented and explosive scorer. He can fill it up in a hurry.
Out left to the wing. Here's the kid. Good work there as it goes. The kid's got 22 points.
You know, so far he's been dominant this period, making the most of his opportunities.
Outside Schroeder. Pass to Maxey. Davis from long range. Kuminga pulls it in. Kuminga's got 4 rebounds now. Stolen by Davis. .114 left to play in the third. Wiseman inside. Warriors with the rebound. And following this game, they hit the road to challenge the Pelicans at Smoothie King Center in New Orleans. It's the last meeting in a 4-game road trip. Here's Jackson Davis. Off target with a jump hook. Philadelphia's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Davis, the pass to Maxey. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Maxey's got 15.
His first 3 of the half. That gives him 9 total points from beyond the arc so far.
The 3 is up. The kid's shot is off.
He had it flowing from long range in the first half. Not sure what changed.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Here's one. Oh, the 7-footer. James Wiseman with the hammer.
Go ahead, rise up and throw it down, big fella. If he wanted to, he could have ripped that rim right out of the stanchion.
Ooh, a great look there. Brought to you by the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. 19-footer. That one rolls around and rims out. Outside Schroeder. Outside Maxey. Shoots over Wiggins. And that's not going to go. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game thus far. The Warriors on top. They lead by 1. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball coming up next. Steve Kerr with some words for his players.
Keep everything sharp. Keep the cuts hard. Cutting through contact. Passes sharp. And the ball's going to fall for us. We can't give...
Now Coach Kerr, all these... The Sixers going with a whole new group out there. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Pass to Jackson Davis. On the wing, Curry. Here's the kid. Checked by Davis from behind the arc. They get it again. Jackson Davis. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
And their offensive rebounding is such a strength for them when he's on the floor.
Yeah, he really helps them extend possessions, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Davis out there with Maxey. Then it's Wiseman. Then it's OG Anunoby. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. It's great to see a fantastic block on replay once again.
Yeah, obviously he had the shot well anticipated, able to shut it down with authority.
Maxey against Curry. Jacks up a three. And it's Maxey missing. The Warriors have gotten 7 of 9 from the floor in this fourth. Out to the right wing. Kuminga with it. And Davis picks him up defensively. The kid's shot is off.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
Back to Davis. Fires the three. Kuminga pulls it in. Golden State with the ball. They're on a 17-6 run. There's the kid. It's hauled in by the Sixers. Wiseman's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
That cuts the lead to single digits.
Well, Maxey continues improving as a facilitator, finding these opportunities to get the ball moving.
Wiggins outside. Pass to the kid for three. And it's
I'm doing so bad. I gotta hop off after this. I think I'm tired.
Rhythm, but that's not helping the team.
Here's Anunoby. That's in there. Davis with the assist. Davis has got 4 assists in the game. Golden State has gone 3 of 6 from downtown so far in the fourth. Here's the kid. Checked by Davis. And he'll take a trip to the line for 2. Clearly got fouled on that shot. And the foul called on the Philadelphia 76ers. And a chance for a moment to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Well, you know, throughout this game, they've shot the ball extremely well from downtown. Their shooters are getting open and letting it fly.
They're also finding a lot of points tonight off the transition play, running the floor and using the fast break to beat the defense.
There's the kid. And the Warriors miss again.
What?
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Just don't get it.
Pass to Wiseman. Curry against Maxey. Wiseman, a screen on Curry. For 3, Maxey. Kuminga pulls it in.
Boy, I'm absolutely shocked he didn't get that one to go. Usually he's money from deep.
Curry passes to the kid. Back to Curry. There's the kid. 3-pointer off the mark.
He's missing shot after shot after shot from long range. With time running low, he'd be better off trying something else.
He expects to make every one of those, and we expect him to make them too.
The 3 drills it from deep. And the Warriors lead by 11.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
Yep, to have a stress-free win on the road, very satisfying. The fans are already headed for the exit.
15 seconds left to play in the fourth. Pass to Okiki. Lets it go from deep. That one falls. Coming off Schroeder's feed. Here's the kid. Unloads. And so the Warriors take the
All right,
win.
that is 2 wins in a row. I hope everybody
easy
enjoyed
road
that
win.
2K24
so
stream
hard to come
today.
by. It's never easy to take a game in someone else's building.
Thank you for joining us.
Glad I got that win. I thought I was going to lose that for a second. But I hope everyone enjoyed this stream on 2K. I'm going to take a break now. I might be on later. I might not. If I'm not on later, I will be on tomorrow. That's for sure. Tomorrow I get to go see the new 28 Years Later movie. It's about to be lit. If you don't know what it is, 28 Years Later is a movie from a series, a zombie series, movie series. It's about to be super scary, super lit. I'll let everybody know how it goes tomorrow, and if I suggest it or not. But I hope everyone enjoyed this stream. Hit the follow button on Twitch, hit the subscribe button on YouTube, and stick around for some good content, and I'll see everybody later. Peace out.